Okay guys, I'm putting together these rabbit tractors. I have most of the wood cut and a little bit of it assembled already, but I'll give you the dimensions as we go here. So sorry about the camera being kind of far away. I think it's going to rain in a second and I want to be able to come in the shed quick if I need to. I don't really want to get the camera wet. So these two pieces, 2x3 and 2x2, are 8-footers. This piece of ply is 2 foot by 2 foot, and it's attached with just short screws. Just felt the grip. I don't know what's going on. Whenever you're going to start something, you know, I need the big one. I'm attaching these together with long screws. I set them on the table, squared them, screwed them. Okay. So, but when you go to do the other side, you want opposite. So you switch this board to that side, because you want the 2x3 on the bottom. Okay, so that's that. Now, for the spacing between, I did 20 and a half. The reason why is because you want overlap for the 24-inch piece you made on the outside. I'll show you that in a moment after we get this together. Maybe it ain't gonna rain. Maybe I'll get lucky. I shouldn't have said that. It's been raining and off and on the last few days. Oh, there's a screw there. Okay, that's together. So you can see it's already a lot stiffer. Should probably check to make sure I hit record. It's always a good thing. I did. Okay, so now grab ourselves another board, and it's going to go right here. And since it ain't raining, I'll come show you real quick what it looks like from the outside. You see it's pretty cloudy. It's looking a little better now, but okay, so this again, 24-inch, 24 inch. So the reason being is this way you can cut a 4x8 sheet into 8 pieces. Okay, so you know you're getting your most bang for your buck. Now this size is only good for medium rabbits and small rabbits. If you want bigger rabbits, you have to do bigger dimensions. I just heard thunder now. I gotta change my bit. So I'm using decking screws. These are the screws I'm using. Deckmate 1 1/4 inch for the ply. A nice coated screw. Let's see here. Okay. And I'm actually reusing this plywood from another project, which is always a good thing. And that turns out perfect, as you can see. Perfect overlap. Although this board isn't completely square, but it's still, it's overlapping where we need it, which is perfect. Actually, I don't even know if you can see it. There's a very slight gap in between here because this isn't attached at all. See, I'm thinking for winter time too, because I'm going to use this in the winter as well. Yeah, I don't know. It's not a huge deal there. Let's continue. So that's the basics, actually, so far. The slats on the bottom. I'm gonna have to cut the board that goes. Sorry about that. Cut the board that goes in the front. Because we'll have to notch it for all these. So we got to put some boards for it to attach to, though. That's wrong. I'm going to use a skinny board there. 2x2. Let's see, did I cut some yet? No, I got cut some. So I want to put a 2x2 there. Because the rabbit's going to have to jump over that, so I don't need it as high, I don't think. I don't know. In a way, I kind of want to... Or I could do on its side even, a 2x3 on its side. Oh, it's starting to rain. Alright, I'm going to continue in the shed here. Okay, really quick, it's about to rain real hard again. I'm kind of in the shed, but I'm just in the entryway to get more light. I got the nest thing pretty much done there. And, so here's the far end. I got the plywood, 2x3 on the bottom, 2x2 on the top. This is actually pretty darn rigid. As you can see, it doesn't really flex much. In the diagram I had 2x2s or 2x3s going up here to stiffen this. I think I'm going to remove those. I don't think I need them. This is fairly stiff already, and to cut weight and also to have a little bit of flex is good if you're on uneven ground, so that it'll sit on the ground better, I'm thinking. So that's, although then I won't have anything to attach to here for the fencing. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm gonna put 1x's here, and I'm also gonna do the 1x's inside just to fill the corner gaps, and give me something more to attach to. Because right now, this isn't attached yet. You can see there's nothing here to attach to, just on the bottom and the top. So when this is here, there's a tiny gap in between, which for summer would be fine, but for winter is going to be a problem. So I'm going to add some 2x2s in all the corners, and then I'll also, well, no, I could go around the end with the fence out there. So I'm not going to add them. So yeah, we are going to delete the uprights here, because we could just come out and go around the edge, especially if I trim this so that it's flush. The pieces are of course bigger because we made it not 24 wide, so that we had overlap for the actual hutch part of it. And then, as you can see, this piece is pretty easy to do. Just take some scrap 2x2s and 2x3s, mark these, and cut them. You actually have to cut them a little bit bigger because this is wider, and I also cut off the one edge so that it would be flush. So yeah, it's pretty simple. And I just used a can to kind of do that. I'm guessing on the size opening I need. I tried to find something, but I didn't really find anything. I did go with the 2x3 on the bottom, just because that's what I decided to do. But yeah, so that's where we're at so far. It's really starting to lightning and thunder here. Well, thunder anyhow. So I'll do another update once I'm further along. But for right now, I'm going to finish this one up, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so I have it flipped upside down right now, and I put the slats on. I was thinking I might put a brace in the middle, but it's really not too bad. And considering it's going to be on the ground most of the time, there's not a whole lot of flex here. And when I'm thinking I'm going to hang these for the winter, and at that point I'll put the 1x1/2 inch, I think it is, anyhow, the rabbit fence on the bottom, probably a tray on the inside, I'm thinking, so that'll give it strength. But this is pretty good. I mean, I can push down on this and it's not flexing that much, so I think that's fine. Now, it's nice too because the slats, they're all into the 2x3, so I'm using long screws. So eventually those are going to rot from the urine and being on the ground and not, so it'll be easy to just take the rabbit out, flip it over, and put new ones on. So, yeah, that's that. Alright, I got the first unit put together here, and the fence on the side. I don't have the top on, but I haven't decided what I'm doing for the top yet, so you can do whatever you want. Doesn't really matter, other than if you want it insulated or something. Anyhow, we're going to get the second one put together here, and I'm just going to record the whole thing, basically. So, I have my boards cut. You need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 2x2 foot squares of plywood, I'm using pretty thin stuff. It's like 1/4 inch or what have you. It's like 3 ply. But tape measure it. Oh. Yeah, it's 1/4 inch. And then 2x2s, you need let's see, 3 of these that are the right width. Yeah, 20 inches. Thought they were wider than that. Just under 20 inches, I guess. Huh. It seems right though. Must be 20 inches. And then same thing. 2x3s. You need 3 of those. 20 inches. And then you need the uprights for the inside, which are also basically 20 inches, although maybe slightly less. It just depends how it goes together. But and then your 2x2x8s, 2 of those, 2x3x8s, 2 of those, and then all your slats. Slat spacing is 1.5 to 2 inches apart. I went with 2 inches. I want them to have as much grass as possible. So you can see it's all done. There's the slats. There's the opening. Slats through there. And yeah, it's pretty good. I got the fencing on the side. The half inch fence seems perfect. No problem there. You can see through it real nice. I think that's gonna work nice. And nothing's gonna be able to put their paws through it. Alright, so let's go ahead and record this. I gave you an update since I put the tops on and stuff. This is how I hinged it. I used just a piece of that 1x2, screwed that into the top board, and then screwed a single hinge. This isn't the strongest, but you don't need a lot. Really, if you wanted it to be good, you put 2 hinges, but I couldn't find all my hinges, so, and I didn't want to look that much, so I just put 1 on each. It's fine. And then I got their feeder in there. They're made to hook on the cage, so instead I just bent the things with a pair of pliers to the sides so that I can screw them in on the inside. That's working well. I got a little board in here, and this one I got from like a pet store, feed store anyhow. And I think they were litter training it, and he thinks his hay is litter, so that's why there's a bunch of poop in there. I don't think the other ones have that problem, but he's right over there. He should get maybe 10 pounds, but I don't know. I think he's kind of a smaller than what they said he was going to be, because the other ones look bigger, but I don't know, we'll see. My dog's infatuated with him. She keeps barking at him and stuff, but... Mally! Mally, no. I gotta teach her yet not to bark, and not to do that either. That's why I use the 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch, so that she can't get her claws in there, which works out nice. It did the same on the top in case the cat jumps on top of it or something. And see, I just put a bunch of screws at an angle, so the top comes off fairly easy. It's just kind of stretched on there. Just went around the end like that. And I'd put plastic on this one and stapled it, but the staples go right through, so I don't like that. So I'm just going to paint this one like I did the other one. It was just pulling all the staples here. Mally, that's enough. Oh, and then I put bungee, just bent the ends, screwed it on one side, and the other side I have a screw hook it to, just to hold the roof down in case a dog or something was trying to get in. Oh, I really like that fresh grass. I pulled some long stuff and threw it in there. I have to remember that. He has been pulling down the pulled down stuff. I think I'm going to try smaller slats in the bottom, because the grass doesn't, if it's kind of tall, doesn't come up that easy. For his next spots, I cut the grass a little bit, so hopefully it'll come through easier. But I'm not sure yet. It's also been raining like crazy, so I don't know, the 1x2 slats, I'd like something not as wide. The guy I got my other 2 rabbits, I got 2 girls over there, 2 grays. He had them in like a dog kennel, like the metal dog kennels, the folding ones, without the tray in it. So, and he said they don't really dig out, but when you move it, you got to be really careful because they could fall through the bottom. So, and I'm thinking about trying that and modifying them, because that'd be a cheap way to go. Of course, you'd still have to need a nest and stuff for them. But it'd be about the right size, one of the big ones. So, yeah, we'll see. They do pull the grass up, though. I've seen them do it, so we'll see.